At this moment, Orus Hill International Hotel. After Nanako left the gymnasium, she returned to the hotel room with her assistant and several servants who had been assigned to herself from home. For her visit to Orus Hill this time, Ito's family has contracted the only 2 presidential suites in Orus Hill International Hotel a long time in advance. Among them, Nanako lives in a suite by herself, and her coach, assistants and subordinates live in another presidential suite. And half a month ago, the Ito family sent someone to Orus Hill to transform one of the bedrooms in the presidential suite where Nanako lived, into her exclusive practice room. It is said that the renovation alone cost millions. If the price of 2 presidential suites for the long-term contract is included, Nanako will play in Orus Hill this time. The money spent on housing alone will be at least 3 or 4 million. The main reason for such a lot of trouble and extravagance is that the Ito family is too rich. The Ito family is one of the top 5 big families in Japan. The industry covers almost all imaginable fields. Even the Yamaguchi Group, a well-known underground organization in Japan, has shares in the Ito family. In addition, although Nanako is young and beautiful, and intellectual and quiet, but in her bones is a girl who is extremely obsessed with martial arts. She has extremely strict requirements for her training. She never interrupts her training regardless of cold or heat throughout the year. She had just finished the game in the morning. After she returned to the hotel, she skipped lunch and immediately went into her practice room again. Just as she was sweating like rain in the practice room, the phone suddenly vibrated. The call was made by her assistant Hiroshi Tanaka. She stopped practicing, connected to the phone, and asked, "Tanaka, what's the matter?" The other party respectfully said, "Miss, the chairman of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical Company, Limited, Mr. Jiro is here. He wants to see you. I wonder if you have time?" "Jiro?" Nanako said puzzledly. "I have never met him, nor any friendship. Why did he come to see me?" Hiroshi Tanaka hurriedly said, "Miss, you don't know that Kobayashi Pharmaceuticals sponsored the finals of this competition, and also won the title at a high price. This seems to be a bold attempt by them to enter the Chinese market, so he himself has also arrived in Orus Hill, knowing that you live here, so I want to come and see you." Nanako said, "Tell him that I'm training and I don't have time to see him. Please ask him to forgive me." Nanako has a relatively introverted personality, and she doesn't like to socialize with people usually. Coupled with the key to formally preparing for the semi-finals, she does not want to be distracted by a stranger. Hiroshi Tanaka hurriedly said, "Miss, Mr. Kobayashi has just inherited Kobayashi Pharmaceutical Company, Limited. Some time ago, and their flagship product, Kobayashi Wizen, is now actively expanding its sales worldwide." Nanako, who has always been good-tempered, asked angrily at this time, "Tanaka, what are you going to say?" "I don't have any friendship with Jiro, and I don't care about Kobayashi Pharmaceuticals' situation. These have nothing to do with me," Hiroshi Tanaka said embarrassingly. "Miss, the president has been in close communication with Kobayashi Pharmaceuticals, because the president is very optimistic about the future of Kobayashi Pharmaceuticals, so he is ready to communicate with Jiro about the investment and shareholding. Kobayashi also hopes for Ito very much. The family was able to invest in him, so he invested a lot of money to sponsor this competition, in fact, to show his favor to you and the Ito family." Oh! Nanako knew that the president of Tanaka Hiroshi's mouth was his father, Ito Takehiko, the current patriarch of the Ito family. However, Nanako is still a little cold and said, "I don't want to get involved too much in the matter of my father. If my father and this Jiro cooperate, then let them meet and talk." Koichi Tanaka said embarrassedly, "Miss, the president still attaches great importance to this cooperation with Kobayashi Pharmaceutical. Don't be so willful." Nanako Ito said lightly, "I'm sorry Tanaka, I want to continue training." After that, she hung up the phone directly. Nanako, 22 years old this year, is a senior at the best Tokyo University in Japan. She is simple, and her quiet temperament also brings a bit of inherent indifference. She is the University of Tokyo's 4-year-old school flower, and is also the best daughter-in-law candidate for the top big families in Japan, but she herself is just a simple, unworldly, and dedicated martial artist. Therefore, she doesn't understand the relationship between men and women, nor the world. Neither Jiro nor Obayashi Taro has anything to do with her. Even if it is her father's best friend and closest partner, as long as he has no blood relationship with her or her elder relatives, she will not buy it. Her current life goal is very simple. First, she must win this year's World College Sanda competition, and then successfully graduate from the University of Tokyo, and then start preparing for the next Olympic Games. At the last Olympics, she was too young and she was tight in school, so she was not able to participate, but the next Olympics has become the stage she desires most in her heart. She is eager to win the Olympic champion, and she is eager to win more than one Olympic champion. To get this Olympic champion title, and then defend the next Olympic championship, this has become the biggest pursuit in her life. Koichi Tanaka was holding the phone at this time, facing the expectant Jiro, unavoidably embarrassed. Unexpectedly, the lady was so unkind, and she said it all for this reason. She still didn't want to see Jiro. Koichi Tanaka could only lie to Jiro. "Mr. Kobayashi, please wait a moment, our lady is still training, and she should see you later." Wearing a top-level suit and glasses, Jiro, the gentleman, smiled incomparably, and said seriously, "It doesn't matter, if Miss Ito is busy, then please ask her to do her first and leave me alone. I can wait here."